ERi-TV news broadcast crew and I, Delete High, are now ready for your daily news briefing at 10:30 local time. But first, let us catch up with the major headlines. Eritrea virtually participates in the third Voice of the Global South Summit. Extensive developmental activities in Faro subzone. Russia's Volcanic volcano erupts after powerful 7.0 earthquake. 6.1 magnitude earthquake shakes Taiwan. On our local news, Eritrea virtually participated in the third Voice of the Global South Summit held on 17th August in India. In his virtual address to the session, Mr. Tesfaye ገብረስላሴ, Minister of Land, Water and Environment, highlighted that Eritrea's contribution to greenhouse gas emission is negligible. However, he emphasized that the country is the most vulnerable to the impact of the climate change. Minister Tesfaye noted that overall economic, social and ecological impacts of climate change in Eritrea are significant and require urgent attention. Minister Tesfaye further explained that the response to those challenges, Eritrea has launched nationwide generational programs focusing on the nature-based solutions through ecosystem restoration. These initiatives include soil and water conservation, afforestation and reforestation, the establishment of torrential and marine protected areas, promoting crop and livestock varieties resistant to drought, disease and pests, advancing the use and biofertilizers, banning chemical fertilizers and pesticides, improving waste management capacity, and introducing solar energy application and efficient energy appliance. Emphasizing that climate change is a global and life-threatening issue affecting all countries in various ways, Minister Tesfaye stressed that the code for solutions must be all-inclusive. He also expressed Eritrea's readiness to make a modest contribution and urged developed nations and the major greenhouse gas emitting countries to commit to achieving net zero emission by 2030. Mr. Tesfaye called on all nations, particularly developed countries, to adhere to the global agreement and conventions, to the operation of the transfer of knowledge and technology to develop the least developed countries, warning that climate crisis may be worsening faster than anticipated. Residents of ERi administrative area Faro subzone are actively engaged in extensive soil and water conservation activities. Mr. Yasin Omar, Managing Director of the administrative area, reported that the community campaign includes construction and renovation of terraces, water diversion schemes, and renovation of dirt road in the villages of Umle, Serde, and Armaile. So far, Mr. Yasin stated that 8 kilometers of dirt road have been renovated, over 100 kilometers of terraces constructed, and 120-meter water diversion schemes completed. Mr. Saleh Ibrahim, head of the economic development, praised the active participation of the residents in the initiative. Dear viewers, we'll be back with the international news shortly. Do stay tuned. Welcome back. One of Russia's most active volcanoes has erupted, spewing plumes of ash 5 kilometers into the sky over the far eastern Kamchatka Peninsula and briefly triggering a code red warning of aircraft. The Shivlunch volcano began spattering shortly after a powerful 7.0 magnitude earthquake struck off Kamchatka's east coast early on Sunday. This is according to volcanologists from Russian Academy of Science. They warned that another even more potent earthquake could be on the way. The Academy's Institution of Volcanology and Seismology released a video showing the ash cloud over Shivlunch. It stretched more than 490 kilometers east of the southwest of the volcano. On our last news, A 6.1 magnitude earthquake struck off Taiwan's east coast on Friday morning. This is according to the United States Geological Survey, which island's government confirming that there were no report of major damage. According to the Geological Survey, the tremor, which could be left in the capital Taipei, hit at 7:35 a.m. at depth of 15 kilometers near Hualien, which was the epicenter of the major earthquake in April. Taiwan Center Weather Administration, which initially reported 6.3 magnitude earthquake, issued a mobile phone alert warning people to keep calm and seek cover nearby. But the National Fire Agency said there was no major damage and that the island's high-speed trains, rail, and metro system were all operating normally. Still, the government urged vigilance in a wake of 5.4 magnitude earthquake that triggered an alert on Thursday. Dear viewers, we've come to the end of tonight's news. Let's have a quick recap of the headlines. Eritrea virtually participates in third voice of the Global South Summit. Extensive developmental activities in forest subzone. Russia's Savlanch volcano erupts after powerful 7.0 earthquake. 6.1 magnitude earthquake shakes Taiwan. That wraps up our stories for tonight. Thanks for watching and have a good night.